The truth is, a lot of what society tells us what we need, we simply don't. And when I realised that, my relationship with money completely changed and improved. So here are another 12 necessities that frugal people do without. And just like previous videos in this series, I have a bonus number 13 that's stealing your money right out of your wallet. But first, a big one that's a real cash guzzler for most of us. Interior and exterior car wash. Okay, I used to be a real sucker for this one, but it was a deal. $35 for a complete wash inside and outside of my truck, and done in 15 minutes flat. By the end of it, my truck was sparkling and smelling of roses inside. And if you've ever been in a contractor's truck, that's a big win. Now, I have not done that for years, but I did check last month just out of curiosity, and the same service at the same place is now $65 plus tax. Inflation officially sucks. And who's paying $65 for a 15-minute clean? Now, if you're getting that every month, that's a lot of money going out of your wallet on that little convenience. And it's the cost of all these conveniences in modern day life that are one of the biggest reasons why people are staying poor and don't have enough money. The compounding effect of all these unnecessary costs are a real wealth killer. Start changing the mindset and say no. Give your kids $10 and a bucket of soapy water and let them go crazy. You'll teach them a small lesson on the benefit of working and the value of money. And if they still complain, you can tell them, when I was a kid, I got $1 for cleaning the car. Again, inflation. High-end skincare. Now, we all know expensive doesn't necessarily mean better. In fact, I would go so far as saying that being expensive rarely means better once you get past the cost of ingredients. In fact, some ingredients may be super expensive, but it doesn't mean they're any more effective. And in skincare products, we have little or no evidence that what it says it does, it does. Now, we have expensive commercials, expensive graphics, and usually an expensive actress. Now, to me, that sounds like a heavy sales push, with no scientific evidence to back it up. Now, I do understand that we're all under a lot of pressure to look our best at all times, especially in this social media age. And I agree, a good skincare routine every day will benefit you. But let's agree to cut the costs, stick to the basics, and if you see a Hollywood star, remember, you're paying for that. Prepared fruit and veg. Now, back in the UK, when prepared fruits and vegetables came out years ago, I thought it was a joke. Now, I'm not great at math, but I could work out they're twice the cost as unprepared ones. I mean, what a rip-off. And in later years, it got worse. We got grated cheese. And then we got Lunchables for kids, with absolute zero nutritional benefit, I might add. Now, these prepared foods are growing in range, and that's because they're selling. There's a market for them. People are buying this stuff. Now, either we're too busy to cut vegetables, or we're too lazy, or perhaps it's a combination of the two. But you are definitely throwing your money down the drain, and you're perpetuating a broke lifestyle. Prepared fruits and vegetables and all prepared food is a rip-off. Think of it this way. If you're smart enough to do your meal prep at home, for your snacks, your lunches and your dinners, why are you buying prepared foods? Do your budget a favour and buy your foods unprepared, and enjoy all their savings with your smart moves. Gaming consoles. Now, as a past gamer, I know the financial toll these can have, especially the games. Back in my day, a game would set you back $40, and that was bad enough. These days it could be double that, or even more. But the real cost is the in-game purchasing, which has gone out of control. You're paying for various upgrades, for new levels or weapons in the game, and you're doing it with real money. It's a complete tax on your wallet, and you don't even realise, because you're enjoying the game so much. And then there's the headset, the new controller, the accessories, and the online services you need to run the game. And over time it can dominate your finances in a really negative way. Worse still, time spent playing these immersive games is time away that you could be spending building your financial future, doing your side hustle, or investing in personal growth. A balance is needed. Gaming consoles are definitely not a necessity, on a whole different level. Constant home upgrades. The craze of endless home remodeling and renovations and constant home upgrades is not going away anytime soon. The growth of stores like HomeSense and Home Depot has ballooned, and the expectation of having your house looking fantastic and fully renovated is constantly on our back. Certainly here in Toronto and throughout the US, people are constantly upgrading their homes and getting that new look. The middle class will seemingly stop at nothing in pursuit of getting that dream home and that perfect life. It's that material trap, the consumer trap, and the comparison trap all rolled into one. And because we see it non-stop in TV, in magazines, and social media, it's deadly and seductive. If your home really needs some upgrades, try thrifting, or repurposing something, or try a lick of paint. Be creative, be on a budget, and don't get sucked into consumer debt. And my experience as a contractor for 15 years, by the time you've paid it all off, you'll start the renovation all over again. Trendy health drinks. Now, if you've been to the mall lately, I've been tempted to get a freshly squeezed juice, or one of those healthy smoothies. They're like $10. It's daylight robbery. The ingredients will cost no more than $1 if we did it at home, but we want the convenience, and we're looking for the health benefits. Now, they do look and sound super healthy, but most are high in sugars, low in fibre, and full of crushed ice. Yeah, that's tap water. And the marketing is powerful, with words like detox, boost, and cleanse. But in most cases, these are meaningless. They're certainly unregulated. It's just a marketing ploy, and you know what? It works. The health drink market in the US is huge. It's worth billions, and we're paying for it. Well, I'm not, and neither should you. Health is wealth. But when you're overpaying and you're getting undervalued, you're just buying hype. Make it at home for a fraction of the cost and get all the benefits that your body deserves. Car leasing. Now, car leasing may sound like a sound financial choice, but it is far from that. The low monthly payments, the new car every few years, and the lack of stress sounds like a great deal. But once you analyse some key points, it's actually a trap designed to make you pay more. And the worst thing here, there's zero ownership. There's no equity. You're paying to borrow a depreciating asset. Sounds crazy. You're liable to pay for any wear and tear at the end of the lease. And if you go over your mileage limit, you're paying for that as well. The lease itself never ends. There's always a car payment. At least when you have a car loan, it eventually ends and you own that vehicle outright. With a lease vehicle, that payment continues. You're paying for that vehicle even when it loses its value. Do yourself a favour, buy a second-hand but reliable car, pay cash, and put your saved thousands to work for you. Souvenirs from every vacation. Now, do you need that overpriced t-shirt or expensive pottery from every trip you take? Now, I don't know about you, but I got drawers at home full of expensive junk that I've collected from vacations over the years. Now, they're bought in the excitement of the vacation, and we want to preserve those feel-good memories while we're still there. But being on vacation tends to lower our financial discipline a bit. We tend to spend money and splurge a bit more on things that we wouldn't do at home. The thing is, souvenirs and trinkets won't improve your experience any more there, and they won't preserve a memory when you come home. A great meal on vacation or a group photo will preserve those feel-good memories for a lifetime. In general, souvenirs just become dust collecting memorabilia, all stuck in a drawer somewhere. And in my experience, they're eventually donated to a thrift store or a garage sale when you move or have a declutter. Save your money, have a great experience instead. Impulse buys on Amazon. Prime Day on Amazon, combined with one-click shopping, is a deadly habit for most people. All those bargains, all those sales, and it's all stuff you'd never normally buy. It's financial death by $30 purchases. Because it's not the big things that set us back. It's the little $30 purchases that build up and put your credit card into a coma. Because they're a relatively small amount, they don't really register, they just build up one after the other. And each one of those purchases on Amazon will eat away your emergency fund, your investment fund, and even your monthly expenses. The money's got to come from somewhere. And if you're budgeting responsibly each month, something's got to give. So don't get seduced by FOMO, and don't get suckered in by the addictive design, like buy it again, or frequently bought together. It's just engineered to part you from your cash. Impose a 48-hour wait rule before you buy, unsubscribe from the emails, and remove the one-click shopping. You can do this, but set yourself up for success. Fancy cooking gadgets. Now, there are a few great kitchen gadgets I can't live without, like a wok, a steamer, and an air fryer. But there are a ton of cooking gadgets that just fill up space and become dust collectors. They're fancy tools that get used once and then shelved forever, filling up valuable cabinet space. And they leave your kitchen feeling cluttered, chaotic, and hard to use. Now, a lot of these gadgets will promise much by saving time and improving the cooking experience, but they often underdeliver. They often come with expensive learning curves, lots of cleanup, and many extra parts that are just useless. In my experience, all you need is a good knife and chopping board, a blender, and a great pan to do most of what you need. Save your money and spend it on actual food and ingredients. I save time and money in the kitchen by mastering the basics and enjoying my skills. And there's no need for an avocado slicer or a yogurt mate. Excessive throws and pillows. Now, these are one of those harmless home decor accessories that are going to bleed your budget dry, trying to keep up with the latest trends. And let's face it, cushions and throws are just to accessorize. They're there for show. I mean, how many do you need? They're on the bed, they're on the couch, they're on the lounger, they're even outside on the patio furniture. If you're buying cushions at $30 a pop, and you've got 10 to 12 of them around the house, that's a lot of money. And let's face it, if you like trend setting, you're not stopping at those 10 or 12 cushions. It's a recurring spend that overclutters your house and depletes your pocket. Stop refreshing every 4 months. Have 2 or 4 cushions and a throw, and get them in neutral colours. No trend setting, it's a materialistic trap to avoid. Premium gas. Now, if you're using your everyday car, this is one of the biggest wastes of money. 9 times out of 10, your car doesn't need it. And if you're unsure, check the online manual. Indeed, the premium blend doesn't mean it's a better product, it just relates to a higher octane level. So spending the extra 50 cents to $1 a gallon is literally pouring money down the drain. And if you're driving a distance to work each day, that could be $300 or $400 a month. Take that extra cash and invest in regular maintenance and synthetic oil change. Focus on your driving habits and your best practices, as these will have a more positive impact than expensive gas. Now, some premium vehicles will benefit from the premium gas, like BMW and Porsche, but the majority won't. Instead, fuel your goals, not the gas company's bottom line. Bonus number 13, storage units. This bonus necessity that frugal people won't buy is one of the sneakiest ways that people waste their money to store things that they don't use or never will. I mean, really, if you haven't used something for a couple of years, donate it or sell it to someone that needs it. Why are we paying a few $100s each month to store stuff? It's nothing but financial sabotage. For me, that's $2,000 to $4,000 a year to store clutter. And sometimes we have so much stored, we forget what's even in there. If it disappeared, you wouldn't even realize it. Now, I understand we sometimes keep things for nostalgia, to keep us tied to the past. The thing is, it's memories and experiences that keep us tied to the past, and those things that are important to us, not trinkets and stuff. So go back and claim your money. Storage is just clutter in your wallet. This is the 4th video that I've researched for necessities that frugal people don't buy. That's 4 complete lists of stuff that's holding down our mindset and our finances. And I feel I could go on forever. There's so much fluff and FOMO out there that I could do so much more. What are the big money wasters for you, and what have they cost you? Was there something not mentioned in these 4 videos that was particularly bad for you? And is there anything on this list you can't do without? It truly is a necessity. And if you feel this video helped and you got some value, then check out this video right here, it's just for you. It's 29 ways to save money for a wealthier and brighter future. I'll see you in there.